All right, final take. This better be final recording. Oh, where do I begin? Dig in, dig in, dig in. All right, well, I'm taking my hair out, so that's one thing I'm doing while I'm talking. Where's my little, hold on, hand. All right, we're about a week out from the release of the new iPhones. Forgive my inattention to doing both things, uh, talking and trying to get this hair situated. All right, so iPhones. I've been living with an iPhone Air for the past week ish. Um, my brother bought this. This is just the box because I'm that much of the eye sheep that I want to hold on to their stuff. But no, that's the box. Um, it's a really nice phone. It's just not for me. I bought and pre-ordered the Cosmic Orange uh, iPhone Pro Max, 256 gigs of storage, and it's on pre-order still. So I have to wait until the 7th of October, which is not that far away. We're like 11 days out from that, but it's like the 7th to the 14th. I originally put my order in 2 days after pre-order. It was like Sunday, almost midnight. And I honestly wasn't sure because at first, when the all dropping Apple event was, ooh, I'm gonna have to cut these. These getting annoying. But yeah, when that event happened, I was watching it at the time. I was in California. Still need to make a video about that. But I was watching at the Airbnb on the TV, and I'm just looking at these new Pro phones. Like, they are ugly. I didn't like the two-toneness. I didn't like the little back plate because I wasn't sure what that was about. Um, and then, of course, I'm not gonna say like always, but of course, things grew on me. And yeah, so currently I have, and this is just the box because I'm filming with it. I have the iPhone 13. Had this phone now for about a year. Battery capacity is actually still at 100% because it was practically newish. However, as of shooting this, we're at like 71%. Started off the morning with 100. Have been using my phone to buy some tickets for a concert in February. I'm gonna go see one of my favorite bands, Opeth, who's playing with
Catatonia!
which is an added extra because like two bands for one. Not really a big fan of the other one because I don't listen to their music a lot, but what I have heard I do like. So the pipeline with my videos. I really appreciate anybody that watched my last video on unboxing the Mac Mini. Very excited. And if you thought that was excitement, oh, just wait till this iPhone comes. Ooh, that's a good point. iPhone coming. Why in the hell did I buy a $1,200 phone? All right, for me, yes, technology obsession. Apple probably obsession. I don't put them on the highest pedestal. I just like their products and design language. This phone for me is hopefully the start of trying to take this serious. Maybe not YouTube, but just making videos and editing them and being better with photography and videography. It definitely does have a lot of features that kind of force me to become a social media content creator. I only say that because of like the dual capture thing, um, the improved selfie camera, and obviously the camera, the back three cameras, 48 megapixels each, and all that stuff. If you're not into technology like me, 48 megapixels.
Well, megapixels refer to how much detail an image will contain. The more detail, the bigger you can print or crop the picture without ruining it. Here's the thing, it doesn't say anything about quality.
I only use Gemini, Google's AI assistant, because I was able to get a year free of their like Gemini, one of the tiers of their AI subscription things. I was able to get a year for free for being a student. So if you're a student, look into that, because you get 2 terabytes of space as well. I'll try and find that and link it down below if I can, if I remember. But you'll get 2 terabytes of space, which I'm not a huge fan of Google Photos and Drive, but it's a really good alternative to trying to have like a hard drive. Um, Even though I want to back up a lot of my stuff on a hard drive. I do have one, a 2 terabyte. All right. So anyway, I am recording with these things, because I have to return some items to Amazon that I bought. The microphone that I had, the gimbal that I bought, both of those were not terrible products. I did not have the best time using them. Kind of want to get plugged in with the DJI ecosystem. And if you don't know who DJI is, it's a company that makes like cameras and drones and other related equipment. My iPhone experience, for because I went after launch day was Friday, the 19th. I went to the Apple store the second day, and that's when my brother got his iPhone Air. I will show you how it was like. It wasn't as crowded as I've seen some other places, but there was definitely a lot of people waiting, and there was a backup line and all this other stuff. And they ran out of Pro Maxes, and they had a bunch of Airs left, and they might have had some regular 17s, but the Pro Max is a hot commodity, definitely, and especially in that color. I actually saw an older lady, which people can do whatever they want with their lives, but I saw an older lady with at least a Pro, if not a Pro Max. And, it goes to the line of thinking like, hey, maybe these Pro phones are for whoever wants them and not just the Pros. So, argument rebuttal, is it useful? Is it necessary? Whatever, whatever. Obviously, a phone is very necessary in today's world because everyone has one. Everyone needs one to do life business. If you're wondering what I'm doing to my hair, they're all like stranded up. There's 3 of them in each, and ugh. And I'm taking them out so they're individualized like this. I've been growing my hair for 14 years now, and I think of chopping it off every day. I am not every day, but a lot of times it gets annoying and a lot to deal with. And either doing it myself, like maintaining it, or getting it done, which that costs about 110. The options don't look that spectacular. But the price you pay. So that morning on this 19th, yeah, that morning on the 19th actually started like any other morning for me. Waking up, trying to get out of my groggy, I don't want to get out of bed type of feeling. And seeing how the weather is. I live in Arizona. It's fucking hot here sometimes. Not sometimes, a lot. Um, so that only leaves me to walk the dog, Zeus, which that's the video I have up on the channel, and also to mention about the Mac Mini. If you want to watch that unboxing, it's also available. But I was gonna do that. Then my niece told me, like, hey, we're gonna go to the store in the park. And the weekend prior to that, so what are we looking at? The 12th, my brother was gonna go try and look at phones, but they didn't have them in store yet. And the Apple store employee said that they would be in store for holding and all that on Monday, the 15th. I don't know if that actually happened because I didn't get the chance to go. I didn't. But yeah, so that's the timetable of that. So we went after I found out very excitedly that we were going.
Here we go, here we go, here
Honestly,
we
any
go.
trip to the Apple store is kind of like a little Disney land experience. I'd really like to go to Apple Park one day and see the main campus, but a guy can dream. Went to the park, took my niece to play for a little bit. Apple Store didn't open up till about 10 a.m. anyway. I had an item to return to Staples. Oh boy. Step 2 of I don't know how many, but we're that much closer. Return the stuff to Staples. Onward. Onward. Yeah, so the day, very excited to go. Had a couple things to do. Returned 3 things to Amazon through Staples, who does free, shipping and boxing and all that stuff for you, so you don't have to worry about it. I returned the gimbal. I returned the microphone that I had. And I returned the little selfie light because I want one of those like big studio lights with the softbox cover or whatever. And also the DJI mini mic or whatever it's called, and their gimbal, one of their gimbals. Just because everything will probably work nice with each other. I will say though, hot take, the air is not as impressively thin as they say it is. I'm not saying it's not a feat of engineering. I'm not saying that they didn't do a wonderful job cramming all the components that they have into it. I think I'm just a little bit, I don't know the word for it. I'm a little bit used to thin products from them. I have a 2018 iPad. It may not be as powerful as the iPhone Air, but it's pretty thin. I don't know if we can have a comparison. Staples returned that stuff, honestly, no trouble. And then they had a Verizon booth in Staples. Like, I can't look at them here. I gotta wait till I get to the Apple store. So that's what happened. We drove and drove and drove. Mall's not that far from where we are. And then we get to the mall. And then we approach the Apple store. And there's quite the load of activity going on in there. My brother was just trying to find out. He didn't have an appointment scheduled. He didn't have anything pre-ordered. He just wanted to see the phone for himself to see if it was worthwhile. He was coming from an iPhone 14 Plus. That gives you a little bit of understanding, hopefully, on his upgrade situation. So far, he enjoys it, definitely. He really doesn't use his phone the ways that I kind of want to use it, like video recording and editing and like all types of other stuff. I don't know if I'll do any gaming. I have a PlayStation 5 I really don't even use, honestly. He has a video coming out soon about his however long in the life or times with living with an iPhone Air. Hopefully he'll give a realistic view of what it is like to actually live with an iPhone Air. Is it just another device? Is it something as miraculous as Apple claims? Is it the future of phones? Is it the next step into one of Apple's new devices, an iPhone Fold? Who knows? Whatever, who cares? Mostly, a lot of people don't. I feel like to a lot of people, a phone is a phone and you use it to call people. No, people don't even call people. Look at Instagram and scroll through reels and all that. So if it does that very well, then I went to go look at all the phones that were available, specifically the one that I'm getting, the Cosmic Orange 17 Pro Max. Looked at some cases, took my niece around the mall, trying to keep her occupied because she's almost 5, and the attention span, whew, and the energy, oh boy. So yeah, eventually he had made up his mind and he had to schedule a time to come back, and so we had a few hours to kill. The setup process took forever once he did finally purchase his phone. From transferring phone to phone, a lot of it had to do with there was a gang of people there. Everybody's trying to use the Wi-Fi. But eventually it did happen. Everything got switched over. And as for me, here I am with 11 days left, hopefully less than that, waiting for my phone. And you better believe there will be videos aplenty about that. But like, it is going to be an upgrade. And also this marks a monumental occasion in my life of sorts because I had the first iPhone in to see what it has become in 17 years or so, it's kind of crazy. When I was in California, I went to the Apple store to go buy my Mac Mini and also to do another Vision Pro demo because I badly want one of those. My impressions are put a case on your phone, it will scratch, at least the Pro Maxes and stuff. I don't know, the iPhone Air, amazingly durable. I want to thank anybody who did watch my last video because as I last checked, is that like 100 and Revit views or something like that? Stay tuned for more videos. If you have some ideas for me of content that I could make or something that you would like to see, down there in the comments section, I read them. I get alerts on my phone and I pretty much reply to them immediately because at this current moment, I'm not a big streamer who has to reply to millions of people. So if I get to read 1 or 2 comments, that's great because I don't expect anything to come out of this. I don't expect to become big. I don't expect this to become my job. While obviously it's nice to see metrics like viewership and all that, I do like tech, and so that will be featured. And if you like tech, welcome aboard to another tech channel. I want to do that setup video for the Mac Mini because, believe it or not, it was actually a seamless process because I don't have official Apple items. Still need to work on this one. This is a suggestion from my brother. I definitely want to make a video about my travel experience in California for the first time, so expect a vlog thing about that eventually. Once I can streamline my workflow and once I can get off the hype of this iPhone. I used to have a 15 Pro Max, which unfortunately through life circumstances, I don't have anymore. This is a tremendous upgrade, especially when it comes to battery life. Sure, I'm shooting at 4K 24, but this phone is not the greatest when it comes to battery life. And to replace the battery, I don't know that that would do anything. And then I have iOS 26, and I'm also a beta user. So I have iOS 26.1 on there, and I feel like that doesn't make things great. But even when I had regular 26 on there, I still had some issues. It's software, it's whatever, nothing's perfect. I don't know, it should be, especially for the money we pay for stuff. I would love to get an Apple Watch Ultra 3, but really kind of do need is a pair of AirPods. And they just upgraded those. I haven't gotten to use them. I did see them in store, and I did look online and look at kind of like the differences. They're shaped differently. And I read, watched a bunch of reviews. So I know that for the most part, it is an upgrade. But what happened with me, and this is where the frustrations of this come in, my hair used to be a lot longer. This is where I'm at now. I don't know if you could see. My hair used to be like at least down, no, it was past that. So I have to go to the bathroom one day. And I'm rushing to get inside. And I get inside and I have my AirPods in, listening to music. And I'm scrambling, trying to get my hair out of the way because it was hanging down in the front. And also, I think I had a belt on or something. Or it was like pants that I couldn't just like, all right, let me go to the bathroom real quick. So, in moving my hair out of the way, kind of like one of those motions, I lost my left AirPod. You know where it went? Go ahead, take a guess. Come on, head. It went in the freaking toilet. Oh, and there was my piss in there, toilet paper in there from, I don't know who else used the bathroom at that point. And oh my goodness, it was terrible. It does still work, the left AirPod. I've noticed some sound quality issues whenever I'm listening to music. It always sounds like this one's a little bit more muffled than this side. So definitely some damage, but again, still working. And this is my second pair of AirPod Pros too. Yeah, because I'm Mr. Clumsy. Jumped into that pool forgetting my AirPods were in the pocket, and they still worked. AirPod 3s will have to wait. There's quite a few other things that I kind of need before then, especially when it comes to this whole production business. Even though I don't need stuff, I feel like I do just because I see other people's quality and I'm like, I don't want to be there. I want to have quality videos and I don't want people to watch my stuff. Even though also there's another video I think I want to plan on doing on my MacBook Pro because I'm trying to discover ways in which I can keep it useful and relevant so that it's not just sitting in a corner or on a shelf somewhere because it actually does work. And one thing I may have found out, and this is another video, but just a sneak peek teaser. I downloaded this app and it is for using your keyboard and trackpad on your MacBook Pro, or really it's for using one keyboard and mouse for multiple computers, whether they be Mac, Windows, or Linux computers. So far I'm having some issues, but that's probably due to me, just like the mouse being a little laggy. I haven't really looked into fixing that because I get distracted easily. And then next thing you know, I'm working on a different thing entirely. And yeah, is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of it. There goes the full birth of my hairs. I think I'm gonna sign off now because my hair's down and I pretty much talked about everything that's gonna be in this video. Just thought I'd come back with a little reporting. My battery's at 41% after all that filming. So yeah, upgrade.